A very good o'clock to all the students. Here I am Amisha, ma'am, your physics teacher. Students, since we have started our chapter that is refraction at plane surface, where today I am going to discuss the topic laws of refraction and refractive index. Okay, so do watch the video very carefully, try to understand those topics which I am going to discuss here and go through the book. And if you face any query after watching the video, do contact me personally. Okay, so let's start with the laws of refraction. Now, laws of refraction is somehow correlate to our laws of reflection, you can say. First point is as that of that reflection which we have studied earlier in ninth class. That is the incident ray, the normal and the refracted. There it could be reflected, here it is refracted because we are talking of refraction. So the incident ray, the normal and the refracted ray lie on same plane. Okay, this we have already discussed in case of glass slab. We have seen very well that both three, the incident, the normal and the refracted, lie on that same plane. Okay, this is the first law. Whereas the second law states that angle of incidence and angle of refraction are related by, here angle of incidence to angle of refraction are related by I upon r, which is equals to v1 upon v2, where v1 is the speed of light in medium 1, whereas v2 is the speed of light in medium 2. Speed or velocity, whatever you feel like, you can use here. But students, in the above expression there is a need of a trigonometric function, that is sine. So the main second law is sine I upon sine r is equals to v1 upon v2. But the question arises in the mind, why we are using the trigonometric function sine here? Why can't this I upon r is equal to v1 upon v2 is damn sufficient for us for this second law? The reason is, let's take an example. Can you calculate v1 when you have the value v2 which is 30 meter per second? That is velocity in medium 2 is 30 meter per second. You have incidence, angle of incidence is 45 degree and angle of refraction is 30 degree. What you will do is, you will put the value in this formula, I upon r is equal to v1 upon v2. Here you have to calculate v1, so you will take v2 on transposing it here, it will multiply with I, that is, and placing the value you will get what? I upon r into v2 is equal to v1, that is I is 45 degree upon 30 degree into 30 meter per second. You can't cut this 30 to 30 because this is 30 meter per second and this is 30 in degrees, this is angle. Do remember that. So what you will do now, you can calculate it as when you will cut it, you will get 3 by 2, 3 degree by 2 degree into 30. But this is the value of v1. Is it sufficient to listen also? Or is it okay to listen 3 degree by 2 degree into 30 meter per second is v1? Is a velocity of medium 1? No, it is not, students. Therefore, we require a trigonometric function and we have used sine here. Now, why can't we use cosine or tan or any other? Because sine is the trigonometric functions which, while using here, gives the accurate or the correct value in both theoretical and experimental case. Okay. And do remember that this laws of refraction is also called as Snell's laws of refraction. We do not call the second law only as Snell's law, but to both these law, we call them as Snell's laws of refraction, which was given by Snell. Okay. So we need a sine ratio here, as I have told you. Let's recall that trigonometric chart where we have theta and the value of sine thetas. For example, if theta is 0 degree, sine theta could be 0. We have read in trigonometry in class 9th also. For sine 30, value is 0.5. That is, sine 30 gives 0.5 in decimals, but it could give the value 1 by 2. For sine 45, it is 1 upon root 2. For sine 60, it is root 3 by 2, and for sine 90, it is 1. Okay, these all are the decimals form which is converted from the fraction itself. Okay, for every angle, we have supposed theta to be as I. Okay, for every angle, sine has a definite value. Okay. Now when you will take the question which I have discussed right now, you will be able to calculate the value of v1. How? v2 is given 30 meter per second, definitely I and r are also given 45 degree and 30 degree. Let's place while putting the trigonometric function sine. It becomes sine I upon sine r is equal to v1 by v2. v1 we have to calculate, so sine 45 upon sine 30. Sine I is sine 45, sine r is sine 30 into that is v2, which is 30. Okay, Now, can you put the value of sine 45? Easily, sine 45, you know it is what? Sine 45 is 1 by root 2 into sine 30 is what? Upon sine 30 is how much? Sine 30 is 1 by 2. Taking 1 by 2, 2 above in a multiplication. Okay, 1 upon root 2 into 2 upon 1 into 30. Now, these all are the numerical values which can easily be calculated. Here you will cut the root 2 by 2. You will get root 2 here only. Okay, because 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. So root 2 1 is cancelled from here. You get 30 root 2 meter per second as v1. That is velocity or speed of light in medium 1. Understood? That is why we have used here sine ratio or sine trigonometric function. So second law states what? The trigonometric function sine I to sine r is equals to the velocity of a light in medium 1 to the velocity of light in medium 2. Now students, as theta increases, sine theta also increases. So sine I upon sine r is equal to v1 upon v2. If v1 and v2 are the known pairs of medium, known pairs means what? You are well known, the medium you know very well, like if I am saying v1 is the medium of air, whereas v2 is the medium of glass. Okay, and both has its own values. We have discussed in our previous video, if you could recall, that air has a speed of light in air is 2.9 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, whereas speed of light in glass is 1.97 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So from here, when you will put these values, you will definitely get a constant value which cannot vary because these value remains same at all. Okay, so v1 and v2 has a constant value. So on changing this I and R angles, we'll get the value whole. If you're changing I and R also, students have a specific value, like sine I. For sine 30 you will get 1 by 2 always, and for sine R, supposing 45, sine 45 1 by root 2 it will give. So for changing it also, you could see that the constant value remains constant only. It will never change. The whole thing remains constant. So what from here you calculate, that is the ratio of sine I to sine R is equals to v1 by v2, which is equals to constant. And this is when it becomes constant is equals to the refractive index. This is our refractive index. Okay, sine I upon sine R is equals to v1 upon v2 is equals to constant, which is equal to our refractive index, can be denoted by the symbol small n. I have mentioned for your as well, for your benefit, that is why to use sine trigonometric function here, because its functions usage give the correct value in case of theoretical as well as experimental value. Okay, now let's discuss about absolute refractive index. Students, refractive index is not sufficient right there. It is being categorized as absolute refractive index, relative refractive index. Okay, so what is refractive index? I have discussed right now. Refractive index is defined by small n. That is, it is what? It is a ratio of velocities na in one medium to the other medium. So refractive index n is equal to v1 by v2. Refractive index is the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in any other medium. This is our absolute refractive index. Okay, how? Let's consider this as a vacuum, a medium, and this is any other medium. Let us consider light is falling from vacuum to any medium. So here refractive index becomes n is equal to v1 by v2. That is speed of light in vacuum. We have considered v1 as vacuum. Speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in any medium. So speed of light in vacuum can also be written as, in place of v1, v. That is speed of light is v. In vacuum is small v again. And speed of light in vacuum, while writing VV, I can also use C. C is the symbol we use in physics for speed of light in vacuum. Hope you remember. That is C upon speed of light in any medium V small m. Okay, so refractive index, absolute refractive index becomes here C by Vm. That is, if absolute refractive index is defined as the ratio of speed of light in vacuum, that is C, to the speed of light in any other medium. Remember it very carefully. This is our absolute refractive index. Okay, now let's find out the absolute refractive index of glass. For finding the absolute refractive index of glass, we know the formula. Right now we have considered refractive absolute refractive index can be calculated by small n. So small n here is equal to C, that is ratio of ratio of refractive index, ratio of speed of light in vacuum, that is C, to the ratio of speed of light in glass. Here we have considered glass na, so that is Vg, any other medium. Okay. Now C is velocity of light in vacuum, Vg is velocity of light in glass. This is our table which I have discussed in previous video yesterday for the material speed of light in kilometer per second. It is in vacuum, it is 300,000. It is in vacuum, when we are calculating in meter per second, it becomes 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, whereas in glass it becomes 1.97 into 10 to the power 8. Okay, while calculating it, we will get the refractive index, that is Ng, that is refractive index of glass, which is 1.52. Okay. Now there is a question which is being asked in boards, that is for diamond the absolute refractive index is 2.42. State it. State it means define it, how it is possible. So we know that from this glass refractive index we could calculate Ng, that is absolute refractive index of glass is C upon Vg, that is speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in glass. Or from here, when you will put your Vg here and take the Ng here, you will get Vg is equal to C by Ng, because you know the value of Ng here. Ng is 1.52, which we have calculated right now, which means, students, that speed of light in glass is 1.52 times lesser, because it is in denominator, is lesser than the speed of light in vacuum. Similarly, when we are talking of diamond, Vd is equals to C by 2.42, that is a refractive index of diamond. From here you say that diamond has a capability to slow down the speed of light by 2.42 times. Diamond has a capability, speed of light is having the capability to slow down the speed of light by 2.42 times. Here speed of light in vacuum, you know, 3 into 10 to the power 8. Okay, and 2.42 is given. When you will calculate, you will get the result 1.2 into 10 to the power 8, which means that power of diamond here is slower to this speed, or you can say that here it means that, or you could relate that the power of diamond is so much that it slowed down the speed of light by 1.2 times, which is 3. वैक्यूम में जहाँ पर ये 3 into 10 to the power 8 थी, वहाँ डायमंड से आने पर कितनी रह गई, सिर्फ 1.2. डायमंड ने स्लोअर कर दिया, इतना डायमंड पावरफुल है. So students, we got these two formulas, that is sin I by sin R is equal to refractive index, which is equals to V1 by V2. Okay. Next one, we got that absolute refractive index of any medium. This small m is any medium is equal to speed of light in vacuum C to the speed of light in any medium Vm. Okay. Now students, let's talk about relative refractive index. See, relative here itself means to relate or to compare. Okay. If I am taking here a medium, that is air, to the water. Okay, so this is our normal. Here it is our incident ray, which is somehow bented here in water, bent here in water. So refractive index in air can be Na, you can say. In water it is Nw. So Na here is what? Speed of light in vacuum to speed of light in air, Va. And W, refractive index, absolute refractive index is what? Speed of light in vacuum to speed of light in water. Okay, for the comparison we use which sign? Division sign. Okay, so refractive index in common you could say in total is Na by Nw. Putting the value of Na is C by Va, 2. Ratio is division here. 2C by Vw. Here, while calculating it, you will get Vw by Va, that is refractive index of air with respect to water. If I am saying that is air A divided by W, division हटाया तो A by W. So refractive index of air with respect to water is equal to Na by Nw, which is equals to Vw by Va. In velocity ratios, in terms of velocity, it students opposes. इन केस ऑफ रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स, जब आप ए के रिस्पेक्ट में डब्ल्यू को देख रहे हो, रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ एयर विद रिस्पेक्ट टू वाटर देख रहे हो आप, तो इट इज़ एन ए टू एन डब्ल्यू. बट वेन इट केस ऑफ वेलोसिटी इट ऑपोजिस, इट बिकम्स वी डब्ल्यू बाय वी ए, उल्टा हो जाता है. So in case of any medium in general, if I am talking here, I have taken air and water. Generally, if I am talking here N1 to 2, that is refractive index of medium 1 with respect to 2 is N1 by N2, which is equal to V2 by V1. It is also another formula of the relative refractive index we got here. Now if I am talking students here कंपेयरिंग द मीडियम 2 विद रिस्पेक्ट टू 1, तो ये आप अपने आप बता दोगे रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स ऑफ 2 विद रिस्पेक्ट टू 1 इज N2 बाई N1, और वेलोसिटी के टर्म्स में ये बिल्कुल चेंज हो जाएगा, इट बिकम्स V1 बाय V2. ओके, नाउ स्टूडेंट्स लेट्स डू सम क्वेश्चंस हियर फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग or for power boosting to you. That is, refractive index of water is given, which is 4/3, and speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So what is the speed of light in water? You have refractive index of water, that is 4/3, and you have C, that is speed of light in vacuum, which is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. What you have to calculate? Speed of light in water. You know very well that absolute refractive index of water, NW, is C by VW. From here you have to calculate speed of light in water, which you will transpose here, and NW to here. Okay, VW becomes C by NW. C you know 3 into 10 to the power 8 upon what is NW? 4/3. 4/3, 3 comes in multiplication in numerator. So 3 into 3 becomes 9. 9 into 10 to the power 8 upon 4, which is 2.25 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second is the velocity, or you can say speed of light in water. Understood? Let's see the second question, that is refractive index of water is 4/3 and of glass is 3/2. What is the refractive index of glass with respect to water? Here it is being asked. So you have refractive index of water is how much? 4/3, and W is equal to 4/3. Okay. Refractive index of glass, Ng, is 3/2. Okay. You have to calculate now refractive index of glass with respect to water. With respect to जहाँ आप देखो वहाँ समझ लेना डिवाइड करना है. किसको? ग्लास को. किससे? वाटर से. दैट इज glass with respect to water means glass divided by water, which is equal to G by W. So your refractive index GW becomes Ng by NW. We have read right now, अभी पढ़ा था. Ng is how much? 3/2 into 4/3, ऑपोजिट कर दिया तो 3/4, कैलकुलेट किया, इट इज 9/8. ओके, वन मोर लास्ट इज देयर, that is, let's take orange light wavelength is 6600 angstroms traveling in air gets reflected in water. If the speed of light in air is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second and refractive index is 4/3, find the frequency of light, students. Okay, आपको frequency निकालना है. So we know the formula very well, that is speed of light C is equal to how much? Frequency into lambda. आपने 9th class में भी पढ़ा है. Speed of light is the product of frequency and lambda. C is equal to न्यू लैम्डा, ऐसे आप बोलते हो. न्यू इज अवर फ्रीक्वेंसी. ओके, सो न्यू यहाँ से आपको क्या करना है? कैलकुलेट करना है, फ्रीक्वेंसी फाइंड आउट करना है, दैट इज न्यू, विच इज इक्वल टू C बाय लैम्डा. C is given 3 into 10 to the power 8. Lambda is given 6600 angstrom, but it is given an angstrom. When you are going to convert it into meter, तो you know very well, नहीं पता हो तो देख लीजिए, 1 angstrom contains 10 to the power minus 10 meter. तो 6600 angstrom contains how much? 6600 into 10 to the power minus 10. As simple as that. Just place it in the value here. तो 3 into 10 to the power 8 by 6600 into 10 to the power minus 10. 3 से कट किया, 2200 आ गया. 10 को आप ऊपर ले गए, पॉजिटिव बन गया. तो हियर यू विल गेट नाउ, जब आप ऊपर ले गए स्टूडेंट्स, तो इट इज़ 18. ये 18 हो गया. ओके, अब आप सॉरी 18 नहीं, यहाँ पर ऊपर आ गया इधर. सी हियर 1 into 10 to the power 8 into 10 to the power माइनस, ओके, अपॉन 2200. जब आप इसको कैलकुलेट करोगे, ये 2 0 कट करोगे, 6 बचा है यहाँ पर, ये 10 है ही ऑलरेडी, तो ये प्लस हो जाएगा. 10 to the power 6 plus 10 to the power 10, 1/22 into 10 to the power 16. By more solving it, you will get the answer 4.5 into 10 to the power 14. Understood, students? So here we got the formula, 4 formula we have generated of the absolute refractive index, that is sin I by sin R is equal to refractive index N, which is what? The ratio of velocity, speed of light in V1, speed of light in medium 1 to the speed of light in medium 2. Okay. Next is refractive index in any medium. Nm is equal to C by Vm. That is absolute refractive index. Sorry, that is your speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in any medium. Relative refractive index of medium 1 with respect to n12 is equal to n1 by n2 और वेलोसिटी के टर्म्स में ऑपोजिट हो जाएगा इज इक्वल टू v2 बाय v1. सिमिलरली n2 अगर मीडियम 2 से रिस्पेक्ट टू 1 निकालना तो n2 बाय n1 which is equal to v1 by v2. Hope so the video is clear to you. Try to understand the chapter in a better way while going through your book itself. और थोड़े से questions भी करिएगा students अगर ये समझ में आया हो. Do watch the video carefully. Thank you students.